The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
All right, there we go. There we go. What's Red's ready here? The Fantastic Horse shit step. Shush, 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 shush your mouth. Okay, shush your mouth. Okay, I gotta check this trailer out. Something. This is what this. I gotta check this. All right. What's up, AWO here, Air Warrior? What's up? On this Friday night. Friday night, guys. Hope you're all doing good. I'm gonna steal a line. And say. Hope you're all doing good. From Tony. Yeah, from Tony. What's meatbags? I'm gonna call you all meatbags. Welcome to the spoiler review of Fantastic Four First Steps. Now you know the drill. Know the drill, guys. If you've seen the movie, okay. So if you've seen the movie, you know what happens in it, so you won't be spoiled. If you haven't seen the movie, this stream is not for you, okay? This stream is not for you. If you haven't seen the movie, the stream is not for you. Now, if you don't care about spoilers, fine, watch the stream. Go ahead. It's up to you. It's not my responsibility. It's really up to you. So that's your decision, not mine. Okay. All right. So yeah. All right, guys. I know you haven't seen the movie, and you told me you're not planning to see the movie. Okay. You know what? I wonder if I could put this in. Oh, I can. I can do this. Oh, I can do that. All right, that worked. All right. I gotta make this bigger. All right, that actually did work. We gotta make this big, guys. We gotta make this big. We gotta make this community section big. I have. So, okay. So, I've seen the movie yesterday. I mean, the Hulk Hogan news broke a couple hours before I seen the movie, but I seen the movie yesterday. I saw the movie yesterday. That's a better word. Okay? In my non-spoiler review, I like the movie, obviously, and I like the movie. I gave it a positive review. Not a negative, a positive review. Okay? This is the latest Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, Marvel Studios film that's just come out, recent release. Okay? So the next Marvel film that's on schedule is Spider-Man: A Brand New Day. But this film does not really lead into Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Okay? This film leads into Avengers Doomsday. Okay? Leads into Avengers Doomsday. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do here is Lee. Okay? Lee. Okay. This film. I got 10% left on my battery. All right. Okay. 10% left on my battery. Okay. Oh, also, you do me a favor, guys. my community group I just created. We got to make it big. We got to make it big, huge. Let's make it big. Let's make it big. That's my plan. Is to make it huge. Okay. Let's make it big. Okay. That's the plan with my community section. All right. It's good to see Degrassi. Yeah, the Thunderbolts post credit really paid off. The thing is that the Thunderbolts post credit was like at least 2 minutes. The Fantastic Four mid credit. Well, the Fantastic Four was the core after credit scene was the mid credits, right? It was the mid credits. It was not post credits. That was like 30 seconds. It was 30 seconds, but whoa, it's a big 30 seconds, right? Right? It was a big 30 seconds. Okay. Okay. I think it does Degrassi. I think it is big because, okay, maybe Doctor Doom kidnaps Franklin Richards. Maybe that's what we get from the ending of the mid-credit scenes. Spoiler alert: Doctor Doom is in the mid-credit scenes. You don't see his front. You don't see the front of Doctor Doom. You see the back with his You see the back of Doctor Doom, and you see him holding his mask while in front of a 4-year-old Franklin Richards. That's when Sue Storm. Okay, I'm gonna explain the mid-credit scenes. This is a spoiler stream. So if you're catching the stream and you are pissed off about this, don't blame me. Okay, this credit scene has actually been posted on YouTube. It's been leaked anyway, but whatever. Don't blame me. So the mid-credit scene, 4 years. It takes place 4 years after the main film. Okay, so Franklin Richards is about 4 years old in the mid-credit scene. Not a baby. He's a majority of the baby in the film. Well, at least halfway through the film, he's a baby. Okay, baby. Okay, but in the mid-credit scene, he's a 4-year-old kid because it takes 4 years after they defeat Galactus. So Sue is reading a book, right, to Franklin Richards, and Sue went to go. BVS is Civil War. The thing is, oh no, shit. The thing is, Civil War destroyed BVS. We're not gonna have the same situation here, right? We're not gonna have the same situation. So Sue Storm goes to the kitchen to retrieve something. When she comes back to the living room, she sees a figure from the figure, and they show from the back. It's Doctor Doom. It's obviously Doctor Doom, and he's in front of Franklin. His other hand, he's holding the mask. Okay, now they kind of tease Doctor Doom throughout the film a little bit, not much. Okay, United Nations. You know where the United Nations, where all the countries commence. Latveria has a seat, but nobody was there sitting for Latveria. Okay, nobody was there, so the representative for Latveria wasn't there. Whether it's okay, wherever. I mean, technically, Doctor Doom doesn't need to sit in that seat. He kept representing Latveria, but he wasn't there. Nobody there, no representative there. So we knew that Doctor Doom. So I think it's confirmation that the Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom, that we're going to see the main Doctor Doom, because they're going to do possible variants. The main Doctor Doom is from the same universe. The same universe. Okay. Yeah, they will one neck to neck. I agree, Degrassi. I agree, but I think Fantastic Four is going to edge it out. I think it's going to edge it out. Okay. Oh fuck. Okay. So yeah, Doctor Doom is in the mid-credits scene, and as typical as Marvel does, they always remind us, "No, we're turning this movie." So after they show that mid-credits scene, the Fantastic Four are gonna return in Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, like come on, we know. We can't have a movie based on Doctor Doom without the Fantastic Four in it. Like, come on, you don't need to tell us. Okay. You don't need to tell us. I don't even think that. You know what? That is Robert Downey's Doctor Doom. But I don't think it's Doctor. I don't think Robert Downey was in that costume at that time. Let me correct you. I don't think that was Robert Downey. I think it was just somebody else. Just somebody else. That wasn't Robert Downey Jr. I think it was somebody else. Okay. I mean, that's somebody else. I mean, that's not Robert Downey Jr. It's just somebody else. Like, it's not. I'm not saying it's another character in the movie or in the universe. It's just maybe some stunt actor, or just a double or something. Just somebody on set, to be right. That's what I mean. I've seen Sympathizer. I've seen a Sympathizer. Like, for example, it could just hire. It could just be me. Me, okay. That's not exactly Robert Downey Jr. I mean, somebody else on set. Right? They do that stand-in. I think we'll call it a stand-in, right? I'll call it a stand-in, like a stand-in. Okay, but yeah. So that was only about 30 seconds. That was only about 30 seconds. But Doctor Doom was teased in Latveria at the United Nations. Okay, they had to tease him in this. They had to tease him in this movie. Okay. Oh, you love the 56K, yeah? Yeah, everyone knows he's doomed. The scene felt forced and cheap. Yeah, I agree. It felt like it was a marketing tool to get people to see the movie, right? And I think it's succeeding. Like what they did with Superman cameo and Shazam. Yeah. And the thing is, yeah, it's a stand-in. It wasn't Henry Cavill Superman. It was a stand-in. All right? It's about family. It was a stand-in, obviously. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he showed his face a little bit, but he didn't show his face to us. Even though we know who he is, who the actor's playing him, we know who he is. I just wanted Sue to, because Sue was in shock. I wanted Sue to be like, Victor, and it ends there. Get away from him, and it ends there. Whatever. Motivation Doomsday. I think he wants to become Emperor Doom. Okay, Emperor Doom, and the multiverse thing. That's what he wants to do. He thinks he's a hero of his own right, so I think he wants that. Okay, that's what I think he wants. He sees himself as a hero. That's what I think he wants, and I think he needs Franklin's ability, because his immense reality-based powers that could create like a universe. He I hope Doom didn't drink out of Kool-Aid in the film. He needs Franklin's abilities, his powers. Okay, because he cannot achieve what he wants to do, what the Parliament of Doom, or whether the Doom, without Franklin's powers, abilities. Okay. The thing about Doctor Doom, he's not born with powers or abilities, right? He kind of steals them. He finds ways, technology and science and magic. He finds ways. But there's some characters out there that are much more powerful than him, right? But Doctor Doom has his narcissism tendency. He needs to be the one saving the world, or Latvia, or whatever, the multiverse, right? He needs to be the savior, okay? And whatever. And he needs it to, also he has this belief that he needs it to outshine Reed Richards, their rivalry. Now, they never mention Doctor Doom in the film. Obviously, we see him in the cameo. You see Latvia. They don't mention, the thing is, in the beginning of the film, we'll get in the beginning of the film, they go into a brief history of the Fantastic Four, how they got their powers, how they became heroes in the 838 universe. A bit of a montage to discuss. They discuss their battles with Red Ghost. You don't see Red Ghost, but you see the monkeys. Mole Man, how Mole Man was their enemy, but became an ally, and how in Mole Man you also see Mad Thinker, how they deal with a Mad Thinker. They did that at the beginning, okay, all right. Now, I'll say this. First, second, I don't believe Kevin Feige. I don't believe for a second Kevin Feige said they were pivoting. They were thinking of pivoting from Kang to Doctor Doom before the Jonathan Major stuff. They're having second thoughts about that. I think they were still planning to do Kang. Anyway, because Kang. Yes, Kang has a connection. Okay, Doctor Doom and Fantastic Four, they have a connection, but Kang also has a connection to the Fantastic Four. I know it pants when we saw the black hole. Yeah, so Kang also has a connection to the Fantastic Four. In fact, Kang is a descendant of Reed Richards, right? From 1,000 years in the future. So there's a connection there. I don't believe Kevin Feige is second that. Yeah, you know, we're thinking of pivoting. We wasn't working. Bullshit. I don't believe that for a second. I'll believe it for a second. But whatever, that's... Yeah, and for also, TJ, if you want to come on, because I know you saw the movie. I don't know if Degrassi, if you want to come on too. Kang did mention a multiverse war at one point. And I think was it season 1 or season 2. I forget which one. And I assume we're gonna have another multiverse war. That's the idea. Yeah, they could bring in Kang variant for sure. I mean, if they want, they could. There's many. Yeah, there's many Kang variants. Okay. So I don't believe for a second that they were thinking of pulling Kang. Don't believe for a second. I think that's just damage control. Trying to, you know what? Trying to save face on the Jonathan Major stuff. Iron Lad. Yeah, that Iron Lad, Iron Lad's thing is out the door. So yeah, so this movie, guys. Like I said, the beginning. Oh yeah, don't worry. The beginning. I mean, I like to show the montage of their days, how they became the Fantastic Four, and their early, in their brief early heroics. I mean, I had a prequel comic, so I kind of knew all of that. I'm sure everybody has seen them. Most of the people have seen the movie, or they haven't read the prequel comic, or may not know there's a prequel comic. So I'm glad they kind of it's good for Marvel Studios to give the audience a brief introduction like that. It's good because not everybody will read the comic, and I think they realize that. Okay. I read it. So I know the situation, Mo Man, and I know the alliance, the peacekeeping with Mo Man and Sue Storm, how that came to be. I knew that from the prequel comic, and I'm glad they showed it on the screen because that's very important. Because that plays a very important role into later in the film. I'll say this: a couple months ago, you know, I love the second trailer. Really love the second trailer, and I don't know who else from the film has X account. Like any, I know they have Instagram. Only actress I know that has X is Natasha Lyonne, and she did retweet something of mine. It's pinned right now on my X account, but she retweeted something of mine. I'll say this: they kind of cut. I think they cut a lot of stuff with her in it because she did not really play an instrumental role in this film. And yeah, exactly, Degrassi. Exactly. They didn't start from scratch. Degrassi, exactly. That's a big lie. The Kevin Feige definitely a lie, right? Yeah, that's a lie, man. Okay, that's a definitely lie, right? So Natasha Lyonne's character was not Alicia Masters. Okay, it was not Alicia Masters. Her character was named Rachel, and they definitely cut some scenes because her and her thing is, I'll say this: I love all the four characters, but Ben Grimm definitely got a little bit shafted in his character as a character. They definitely cut some stuff for Ben Grimm's character development. They did show him going to Brooklyn where he grew up in a Jewish neighborhood. You know, he grew up in a Jewish neighborhood in New York, Brooklyn. He met Natasha Lyonne, who was a school teacher at it seems like a Hebrew school for a Hebrew school. You're not gonna know what we're talking about. A Hebrew school, right? Like in a slash synagogue, right? Or synagogue, temple, whatever you want to call it. Temple is what the Reforms call it. Synagogue is the proper name. Synagogue, right? But that was very limited. So yeah, and it makes sense for to play a Jewish character in that role because Natasha Lyonne has a very her voice is very it's very European. She is Eastern European. She's an Ashkenaz Jew, and her voice is very Ashkenaz Jewish. Okay, so I would know. Okay, I'm actually both. I'm both Ashkenaz and Sephardic. For Ashkenaz are Eastern Europeans, and Sephardics are like more like Spanish and French. I'm mixed. Okay, but you could tell her. But I think she might be Russian. Her name is Russian, but okay. So they that's what they're trying to do with Ben Grimm because his story. He's Jewish, right? He's Jewish, and he's born in a Jewish neighborhood. Okay, they kind of shafted it a bit. Johnny Storm. Look, Johnny Storm was a playboy, still kind of playboy. Had characteristics, but he was more mature in this film than I would say Chris Evans, Johnny Storm. Chris, if you want to compare, I mean, I'm not kind of Michael B. Jordan, Johnny Storm, but if you want to compare Chris Evans, Johnny Storm to this Johnny Storm, this definitely is a more mature Johnny Storm. Johnny Storm. I would say, yeah, Joseph Quinn played a better Johnny Storm than Chris Evans. This is more of a mature Johnny Storm. I'm pretty disappointed. Okay. And I'm telling you, when I'm watching this movie, I know Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom, but Johnny Storm, even with blonde hair, that fucking looks like a young Robert Downey Jr. Joseph Quinn looks like a young Robert Downey Jr. You saw it? No, you didn't. You said you're seeing that tomorrow. You said it in the group chat. You said it in the community chat. Okay? But I'm telling you, Joseph Quinn, that actor looks like Robert Downey Jr. I'm sorry. How does have good reviews? It's having good Rotten Tomato scores. Okay. I don't think Blinding cares about spoilers because he kind of knows. He knows some of the mid-credit scenes. Okay. But I'm telling you. Okay, if you saw it, come on in. I'm gonna invite you in if you saw it. Why is the Silver Surfer a better movie? Are you insane? No, it's not. I did. Okay. But Johnny Storm definitely that actor looks like Robert Downey Jr. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Oh. Why is the Silver Surfer indeed better? You know what? Get your alt account to sub. Okay. All right. But I'm telling you, it's, oh my god, what like, what? I'm telling you, he looks like him. Okay, now I'm gonna go in more detail about the movie. Obviously, I'm gonna talk about it, but I have to say, Pedro Pascal, his Reed Richards is on point. His Reed Richards was comic book like. Look, this Reed Richards, okay. Obviously, they're married. They're married from the start. Him and Sue Storm. They're having a child, and he's there to protect Earth. But sometimes Reed Richards is so into his own zone that sometimes he could alienate his family a little bit, especially Sue Storm. Like he turns off his feelings at times, and emotions, and sometimes his and that's the science, and that's probably the scientific mind coming in, right? Um, okay, and you see that throughout the film because he's faced with they're faced with issues, but specifically Reed Richards because of how Reed Richards' brain works. He's faced with issues in this film where, man, I don't want to do this, but I may be the only choice. And Sue looks at him like, I can't have Red. He didn't see it. He didn't see it, and you see this, you see how, and Sue and all the others like look at him like, how can you think like that? Like, and but Sue knows how Reed Richards' mind works. So and that's how Reed Richards is in the comics and other. He's so into his zone, he's into his own space, his own head at times, where it could alienate the people around him. Obviously, it's not the case. Sometimes he's kind of overprotective of things, you know. Sometimes, um, okay. So he played a great. Don't listen to freaking Jester Bell. I know Sideways saw it. I don't know if Sideways is here. Oh, Sideways is here. I don't know if you watched her whole video. Surprisingly, Jester Bell said it's better than the last two movies. Blinded hates everything. Okay. I'm just saying all four members did well in here. Vanessa Kirby played a Sue Storm, great Sue Storm, kind of like the big sister to Johnny, kind of like the person who reasons with, calls out Reed Richards on the way her husband, the way he thinks, Mr. Fantastic. She's kind of diplomatic too. She's the one that kind of thinks of reason at times. You know, some of you go to for wisdom at times, right? She's kind of the wise one at times. Like she's a little bit more wise than Reed Richards, I would say that. And this idea that the leader of the Fantastic Four, she's a leader of the Fantastic Four. For this film, you don't need a leader. I mean, look. I mean, they needed Sue and Reed. They're both leaders. They're both leaders of Fantastic Four. And they're equally leaders. Reed would be a leader for his expertise on his things, and Sue, what she does well, is a leader for that. There's a different kind of leadership from both of them. Okay. I saw the whole video. How was it? How was it? That's all I want to know. Okay. Sue's speech. Yeah, they finally got stretched. Yeah, there was a funny the way it was. Galactus was stretching Reed Richards. Was stretching Reed Richards. It's hilarious. It looks like he was trying to whip Reed Richards apart. Basically trying to whip him apart. Okay. I'll say this. Of the four, the ones we got to see who used the powers the least in the film, it was Reed Richards. Definitely Mr. Fantastic, the least. It was definitely mostly Sue. We got to see mostly Sue's powers in this film. And and Human Torch. And there's times where I play Human Torch's Flame On when the lights go off or the power goes off at certain times in the film. And it's funny. It's funny. Okay. Okay. I mean, they use their powers not just for taking on evil, protecting, just for jokes and stuff, and things like that. Uh, okay. You watch Screen Crush? Screen Crush? Okay. All right. So, okay. I watched Screen Crush too. 56 Warning believes anything. Yes, he does. Okay. Also, one of the scenes that was previously leaked from the screening is actually true. When there was a couple months ago, there was supposedly like a leak coming out that the Silver Surfer is chasing the Fantastic Four in the ship, and Sue was pregnant with Franklin. That's actually true. That's actually true in the film. Okay, but here's the story. Here's the story of that scene. Galactus wants Franklin. Okay, wants Franklin. Okay. The Fantastic Four are like, no. So they escape Galactus, the ship, right? He tells Silver Surfer to chase them, to get the boy. As they're running away from the Galactus and Silver Surfer, just flying away, whatever, in space, whatever, to get back to their home planet Earth. Sue was pregnant. She was having her baby, Franklin, during that time while Silver Surfer was chasing them. So that's true. There is kind of a Snyder Nurse getting all fatty about Peacemaker. This isn't going to go the way they think. Yeah, I'm prepared for that tomorrow. But yeah, so she does have the baby she's in labor while being chased. This is true by Silver Surfer. This is true. Well, Galactus, why does Galactus want Franklin? Well, Galactus' story is he wants Franklin to basically replace him as the new world destroyer, whatever you call him, right? He wants Franklin to replace him. So why does he want Franklin to replace him? We ask. Why this random kid? Okay. Well, when the Fantastic Four were warned about Galactus coming for Earth, they decided to take a mission and go where Galactus is. So, in their lab, and their technology is really advanced. For the 60s, since it's different Earth, even though it's the 60s, your technology feels more advanced than how our time's technology be. Like, we're in our time, our technology is more advanced in the 60s in our world, right? In the real world. But in their universe, it feels like their technology is greater than ours. Maybe they don't have any cell phones or anything like that. But so they find out that this planet that Galactus is going to before Earth. So they decided to take this mission to go there, even though pregnant Sue Storm. Yeah, Sue Storm is pregnant and goes on the mission. They confront Galactus, and Galactus offers him a deal. Why does Galactus offer him a deal? You see in a clip that they said no to the deal Galactus offer. So that clip you saw, right? All right, so Galactus, as the ship is coming to Galactus' ship, the Fantastic Four ship is coming to the Galactus' ship. Galactus' ship scanned the incoming species, humans, the incoming visitors, right? Fifth Element planet, well, yeah, right? And they were scanning and they scanned all of them. So obviously Sue Storm, but Sue Storm was carrying another, right? So two, she scanned two, and Franklin scanned Franklin. And the thing is, while Sue Storm was pregnant, back on Earth, Reed Richards, because since they have powers, Reed Richards is doing all this tests to see if Franklin will have powers, abilities, right? Right? Powers and abilities. And no test, every test he's tried comes up negative. Negative. But when Galactus does it, he's like, I want the child. I want the child. And they're like, the child doesn't have any powers or anything like that. Like nothing like that. I've done all these tests. Reed Richards has all these tests. Okay? All these tests. And he said no to that, and he wanted a child, right? He needs a child. Okay. He wants Franklin to replace him. My salvation. I could finally have my salvation. That was Galactus' goal. Okay. Reed Richards knows Trump is in the finals. God, fuck. Biden believes in anything. Biden believes in anything. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Okay. By the way, like, share, subscribe, comment below. Please. You guys, I love this banter between you guys, I love it. I love every single minute of it. As Cosmo Kramer would say from Seinfeld. Okay. Okay. Silver Surfer in this film, all right? Silver Surfer in this film. Shia LaBeouf, or whatever her name is. Yeah, Giant Storm. Giant Storm. Giant Storm is mostly focused on Giant Storm and her, all right? And it's revealed that she became a herald for Galactus because it would spare her planet and her family, right? Her family. That's the reason why she became a herald for Galactus. Okay? Okay? Basically like Norman, kind of like, a little bit like Norman Rad, kind of, right? And throughout the Johnny Storm. Throughout the film, Johnny Storm was trying to understand Silver Surfer because he saw something in Silver Surfer. He was hearing voice messages from Silver Surfer from the planet she's from. It was like not hearing voice messages, but recordings from the planet she's from. And they use what's crazy about this, what's interesting, I know Degrassi likes this, they use vinyls. They use vinyls as like recordings, before CDs. Records, basically. They use records before CDs, before cassette, things like that. They used actual vinyls back then, right? Like the record stuff, music stuff like that, right? A Little Bit Fantastic was great. Blinded narked himself with those photos. Gladys says when he said files. Dr. Doom. I bet you Dr. Doom. That's the Avengers Doomsday. The Avengers. The release of the Epstein files. Okay, so she does come back at the end and help the Fantastic Four defeat Galactus. Okay, now the post-credit scene from Thunderbolts. Some people assume that they failed in defeating Galactus. And the only escape was to go to the 616 universe. That's not true. They defeated Galactus. They didn't kill Galactus. Galactus is still alive. They just teleported somewhere else in the universe. They know they couldn't defeat him. They just had to make sure to send him away, far, far away from Earth. So, I think Galactus is planning to come back in the future. Okay, I think Galactus is planning to come back. Okay, they come up with this plan to teleport Galactus away from Epstein Finals. Yeah, that's why he's trying to destroy reality. Exactly, Blinded. That's right. Weinstein Files. Shit, is there Weinstein Files too? Where's TJ? What happened? But listen to Marvel characters in the Weinstein Finals. Damn. Oh my god, what is this happening here? Okay. Okay. Now, the plan is interesting, right? The original plan to make this the get rid of Galactus failed. Did not. Well, it did fail because it did kind of fail, but the other plan did not fail. The one that succeeded, and this is where the conflict came in, where Galactus. We have to bring Galactus to Earth. We have to bring Galactus to Earth. And so Galactus comes to Earth, obviously. And the way to bring Galactus to Earth was to use Franklin Richards as bait. Baby Franklin Richards as bait. Okay? Baby Franklin Richards as bait. So they do bring in and you know, the Weinstein, are they the same as Epstein? But with Weinstein instead of Epstein. Shit. That's funny. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. And the way they do this, they they have to get they set up kind of like these teleporters, right? For a teleporter, these things for a teleporter, right? Obviously, right? And they put Franklin in the middle of Times Square to draw Galactus there. But Galactus is smart. Like they thought, oh come on, he's getting closer, getting close. The Galactus stops, and they're like, why is Galactus stopping? Then he starts scanning, and he realized that they switched the pod that Franklin was in with something else because they took Franklin back to the Baxter building. And he scanned it and realized, oh, that's not him. That's not him. Okay. He realized it's not him. So he scanned again the city of New York, and the blue scanned the Baxter building, and he found where Franklin is, the Baxter building. So he goes to the Baxter building, walks towards the Baxter building. Galactus checks corners and doors. Yeah, that's where they get you. He goes there. Okay. Okay. He checks, and he manages to grab the baby. But grab the baby, okay? Grab baby Franklin, right? But Sue Storm going all out, using all her powers, all out, manages to push back Galactus. They get the baby out of Galactus, manages to push back Galactus into the teleporter, right? Into the middle of the middle where he has to be, into the right, and they turn it on. He tells Johnny to turn on Reed tells Johnny to turn on the teleporter, right? Tells it to turn on the teleporter, right? Right? So Galactus gets sucked in, right? Sue Storm going all out, using her power to push Galactus back into the black hole, whatever you want to call it, right? Where it teleports him to another part of the universe. Let's see. No, this baby assist. The baby assist. Yeah. Okay. The thing is, he gets sucked in, right? And he thought it was over. All of a sudden, you see Galactus start to try to escape the portal, and Johnny Storm was like about to sacrifice himself because he was going to go flying fast, charging into Galactus with heat on, and he was willing to sacrifice himself to push Galactus back into the portal where the timer would get to 0 and the portal would close. But out of nowhere, hey Anthony, out of nowhere, Silver Surfer managed to knock Johnny Storm out of the way, and she takes Johnny Stark's place and charges Galactus right in the chest area of Galactus into the portal. Her and Galactus go into the portal, and the portal closes. So Galactus is safe from Galactus. It's part of another unit. I mean, like they're safe from Galactus for now because Galactus is not dead or anything. He's just far away in the universe, I guess. Okay. Okay. Johnny actor. I like Johnny's actor. I like him. 56. Doesn't he look like Robert Downey Jr.? The actor doesn't he look like Robert Downey Jr.? All right, I gotta get this community thing up. I need for the community for this community. I need a good picture though. I need more members. It's gonna be active. We're gonna make a number one on X. Yeah, he does. I know 56K. He does. He does. I wonder if I've ever been told that. I wonder if I've ever been told he looks like Robert Downey Jr. Okay. Okay, that's how they defeat Galactus, right? But here's the thing. Here's gonna piss off Man of Steel fans. This is gonna irate Man of Steel fans and blinded. You have to listen to this. So they have to bring Galactus to New York City and downtown New York City, and basically in Manhattan, right? They have to draw him, right? The only way for the plan to work. You know how Man of Steel, Superman, there's a lot of collateral damage, right? A lot of collateral damage. I'm not talking about like in Superman, right? Superman decides, doesn't bring Zod to like a desert where it's abandoned or not a lot of people or anything like that. Here, you know what they do? You know what they do? They do something very, very smart. Very, very smart. Very, very smart. And I was kind of chuckling at this. So, what they do to make sure the people were safe, they got, Mole Man, Susum called up Mole Man, right? And Mole Man agreed to have all the people in Manhattan, right, go into his territory, his area. I forget what it's called, right? To keep everybody safe so nobody would get hurt from the damage that was about to happen with Galactus, with a giant kaiju or celestial, right? Whatever. Right? And it's gonna piss. I mean, I was kind of chuckling at that. I was chuckling at that because I just remember Man of Steel and the Snyderverse people. I just remember, yeah, Moment is a fat neck. Like, yeah, it was 56. It was Paul Walter Hauser basically, right? As a Moment, he fit the role perfectly. But he was perfect for that role. That's the point. That was the point, man. That was the point. I mean, that's right. I always knew Moment was gonna be a jokey character, but I do like how he doesn't like the Fantastic Four, but only can stand Sue. And he basically told the other three to. He didn't want when he was talking to Sue. He basically told, I don't want the other three here. Yeah, they were before all 5 would take place in the Tokyo Dome, but I was just chuckling at that part when they, decided to evacuate Manhattan, right? Manhattan, so nobody would get hurt. And I mean, like. I wonder if they're gonna be like, oh my god, Bat Shakerman assaulted Man of Steel. Look what he did here. Or Shackman. I don't know his name. What's his name? Okay. I don't know the guy's name. Is it Shakeman or Shackman? But it's funny because it's funny. They actually took their time to evacuate the city. It's Galactzilla. It's Galactzilla. Galactzilla. I mean, he wasn't a monster. He was a celestial, but it's an alien, right? Isn't technically some kaijus in Godzilla world aliens anyway? Aliens? Isn't Ghidorah an alien? Is Shake Man? Shake Man? Shake Man. But I was laughing so hard when they, the vacuum of civilians. I mean, It's clever as fuck. It's clever. Yeah, I'm surprised the New York City Foundation could handle all that boot. Yeah, it's clever. I just like in the film how Reed Richards try to explain things scientifically, and Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm just like fall asleep. Boring. And I like how in this the comedy is funny. The comedy works in this film. I just like how Reed Richards is kind of like a teacher, professor, right? You know, he's trying to teach kids like nuclear physics, science, all that shit, and he's trying to teach kids advanced science. Okay, advanced science. Like, I kind of like it how they in this film they kind of make fun of him, right? Like, you know, they're like they don't find what he likes interesting. And, what did he say? You want to see something cool? Right. I like how they did that. And I like how Johnny and I like the relationship. Okay, Johnny and like, oh yeah, fantastic. They're gonna move big for 500 million. I like how Johnny is like to Reed Richards. Oh man, you don't know what you're in for now, because when he becomes a father. And so yeah, like obviously the first baby Franklin appears probably in the second half of the film, right? Second half of the film. Okay, he's in a good amount of the film. The baby Franklin. Also, there's a point where the Fantastic Four in this world are celebrities, huge celebrities, right? The world loves them. The world loves them. But when they told that we're not willing to trade in their son for the survival of their planet, people started to turn on them. People started to turn on them, right? People started to turn on them. And DeGrasse is kind of right, because something in Superman is kind of familiar like that when the world started to turn on Superman, right? Because they all think, what, you've been lying to us the whole time? You've been here to conquer us? DeGrasse is kind of right. Oh, blinded? No, this is not blinded. Blinded? Hello? Red, I think. What's up?
This is Red speaking.
Oh, this is blinded. Oh, this is a spoiler review. You don't care?
No, because I'm here to disrupt it.
You're disrupted. Well, you're gonna like it. I know you're gonna like it. I mean, I told you about it anyway. Blind Physical. He came in as you as the other day. Red did.
What?
He did come in as you the other day, pretending to be you.
Yeah, Red did.
Yeah.
But I'm Red, so.
Okay. 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 Okay, you're Red. I didn't think you were coming to the spoiler review.
Yeah, we'll pretend I saw the movie. I don't know what happens in the movie besides the post-credit scene.
The post-credit scene's been leaked. I know that.
Two of them, both of them. I saw both of them.
But the after-credit, post-credit scene is really not that important.
No, but they do show you some characters that I don't think was in the movie.
Okay. Red, I don't remember the post-credit scene. I remember the mid-credit scene.
Yeah, Red Ghost. Is it Dragon Man? I don't remember. The purple dragon, dude.
Okay, yeah, Red Ghost was in the post-credit scene. That's correct. His monkey made it. His monkey is ape made it into the beginning of the montage. Not John Malkovich. He was cut from the film. Oh, by the way, you're gonna see Avatar: Fire and Ash trailer tomorrow.
If it's attached to the movie, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it is. It is because I saw it.
Because my theater doesn't show trailers.
No.
No.
Well, my theater usually shows 3 trailers, but I showed a 4th trailer because of Avatar. So I think it was attached to the movie. I think it's attached.
Yeah, if it's attached to the movie, then maybe. Because in what movie? Oh, was it Jurassic World? I think they had the Odyssey trailer attached to the movie.
What was it with the trailer?
So that was the only trailer that
wasn't really a trailer. It was more like a
Yeah.
tiny clip. But yeah, you're right. Yeah. So I think it's attached. I
Wait,
think
the
it's
Odyssey? No, the Odyssey was a trailer.
was that a trailer?
That was a full trailer. Yeah.
But yeah, it's attached to the film.
Okay.
It has is it, but I'm like I saw the film, and we gotta get the community section up, man. We gotta get more members in the community section. We gotta build it
Yeah.
up.
I just don't know what to post because it's like on
Any-
Twitter, like it's. I mean, yeah, like if you're not verified or you don't really have any type of following, it's like you don't really get into the algorithm. While
Well,
Threads, like if you post something, people will. I mean, tons of people will react to it.
what I'm gonna try to do, because this could work. You could create a space through the community, and sometimes in space, when you create a space, you will get people that are not part of the community because it becomes public, and if they're interested, they might join the community. Who knows? I just need a good picture. Okay, I just need a good picture. It's Fantastic Four better than Superman.
I have no clue.
My opinion. I like Superman better because I like DC better. But Fantastic Four, it's not much better. It's Superman's a little bit better.
I like Fantastic Four more than Superman. I said this already, but
Yeah, you have. But the CGI and the effects for Fantastic Four is better than Superman.
right.
I'll say that.
Yeah, I can't really give an opinion. I don't even really know what happens in the movie besides the post-credit scene. Besides, obviously, yeah, it's about Galactus.
I kind of told you
about it.
I kind of basically told you the movie. It's not as hard plot at all.
I didn't really hear. Sorry. I wasn't paying attention that much.
Fantastic Four's Wormhole Black Hole. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't
Galactus
see
wants
any
Franklin,
reviews.
not because of a create a world or universe. Oh. Well, Galactus wants Franklin because Galactus wants to retire. To retire. He wants Franklin to be the new Galactus. That's the thing. That's why. That's what he wants. right? Right, 56K wants to retire. Galactus wants to retire. So I'm curious.
Okay, he said
The
10 out of 10.
Galactus-
56K didn't even see the movie. He's in the Diddy files or
did
the
have Black-
Epstein files as well.
It did have a black hole in the movie. In a wormhole.
Mhm. I heard that.
I think it's just like the same. Okay, but you like it because it is very Fantastic Four like that. They play up to the characters like how they are in the comics. You know, Reed Richards is,
Mhm.
you know, he's sometimes in his own zone, his own mind, where he doesn't think about others. He's so focused on science, things like that, right?
Mhm.
And sometimes he's not aware of others how others feel. He's like that, right? And sometimes, he's like that. Sue Storm is basically how she is. Like, calls Reed Richards out on her shit. Right? Johnny Storm, look, Johnny Storm is Johnny Storm, but I'll say he's more mature than Chris Evans is Johnny Storm. Okay? It's a more mature Johnny Storm. Ben Grimm, the thing is, Ben Grimm is, I think, the least developed of them, honestly. But they're all work fine. There's no awkwardness.
That
nothing
does
like
seem a little bit weird,
The
but
chemistry is fine.
you think the thing would be the highlight of the movie?
He's not. Of the four, he's probably the least developed.
Mm.
Because I think they
So
cut
they
a lot of
don't
stuff
really
with it.
they don't really explore his
Little bit, but I think they cut it out. They cut some of his stuff out.
Yeah, I did see
Little
some
bit.
people say they cut. They should have kept maybe like 10 or 15 minutes of the movie in.
Natasha Lyonne was in it. She was in it for
Yeah.
told me 4 minutes. The whole film, 4 minutes, 3 to 4
Which,
minutes.
by the way, her name is a reference to, I think it was,
yeah,
I don't know if
If
it's
she-
Jack Kirby's wife or someone that.
yeah. She plays.
Yeah.
I think she plays.
She doesn't play Alyssa Masters.
No, she plays Rachel Wasman. It's she plays, I think, a teacher at a Hebrew school.
I just have one question: is the doorman in the movie? That's like my big.
No.
Oh, that's gay. That's gay. That's
No.
obviously a point off for me. That's gay. I'm
No.
sorry.
No.
So you don't have the doorman.
You know, no. She also voiced Birdie, and she's in that movie too. That's coming out. Bad Boys, not Bad Boys,
mm,
not Bad Boys. The animal movie. What's it called? Two, the bad guys. It's the bad guys.
mm,
You know the animal movie's coming out next week.
no.
Uh,
The
yeah.
only movie I know that's coming out next week is Naked Gun. That's the only
No,
movie.
there's another one. The bad guys, right? Is it called the bad guys? Two,
The
right?
Bad Guys 2. Oh, the animated movie.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't even know
animated
that was
movie.
coming out next week.
Yeah, she's in that too. I think. Um, yeah, but she
That
went
does
in.
suck that the doorman is not in Fantastic Four. I forget his name. But you know in the original
Yep,
Tim Story, Stan Lee played him, but he's a like a reoccurring character in the
but he's not in
Fantastic
this
Four.
film. He's not in this film.
Okay.
I mean, Natasha Lyonne has like 4 minutes of screen time, maybe 3 to 4 minutes. They definitely cut her out. She's part of
Is
kind of
there
Ben Grimm's story.
references to incursions?
Mm, not really.
Mm,
Him saying the possibility of other universes out there, yeah, but like that's nothing to do
the
with incursions.
Fantastic Four is not from the MCU.
It's from it's part of MCU, but from a
No,
different
but they're not from
No.
the 616.
No, there are A38. That's the universe. A38. I mean, like Reed Richards has always been a scientific person, so the idea of another universes out there, I mean, it's always going to be there, right?
Mhm.
Even though, right? I mean, like that's
And they don't teleport into the MCU.
no,
Okay.
not at all. It's a standalone movie. There's really no connection to any other movies with MCU.
Okay.
Really no connection. It is basically a standalone. It's to establish a Fantastic Four. The only thing that connects it to the rest of the MCU is basically the mid-credit scene with Doctor Doom. That's it.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, but you know the idea of mentioning incursions in other universe. It's just that Reed Richards is a scientist, so the idea of that being possible is just automatically there, right? Like, why not?
Mhm.
Why not when you think like that, right? The possibility of that, right? I mean, like, even though he hasn't seen it, it's just theoretically he thinks it's possible, and it
Okay.
is gonna be possible, obviously. Yeah, but you see, yeah, Doctor Doom is in it. You saw the mid-credit scene is
So yeah, like Doctor Doom just shows up in the post-credit scene,
shows up
and that's just he just shows up. There's
in
no
the Baxter building. In the
there's
Baxter
no like
building.
ties or references to
There's a
Doctor Doom
reference.
to okay.
Latveria. Okay, there's the United Nations, and Latveria is apparently part of the United Nations, but there was no representative at the Latveria table.
And that's the only reference to
Yeah.
Doctor Doom through the entire movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Doom was just on the couch. Yeah, that's the only reference. That's the only reference. of the
Okay, so
Doctor-
now there. So in other words, Doomsday is going to be doing a lot of like heavy lifting for Doctor Doom, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. It's gonna be a Doomsday-centric movie for sure.
Yeah, I also heard the Mole Man's, Monstroso or whatever his name is
He's
is
in
not
it.
in the movie. Oh, he is.
Yes. Or
The
something similar.
monster. Oh,
Something similar to it.
Oh,
It's
well,
just in the
it's one
montage.
of his monsters,
Yeah, one
not
of the
the
monsters. Yeah, one of
Giganto or Monstro from the original Fantastic Four. The first.
It's not the one. It's not the one.
appearance.
Actually, is kind of in it.
Because
but
he
it's
has
not-
different monsters. Just
I think it's the same one, but it's not the pizza commercial.
okay. Well, he has different ones in the comics,
Yeah.
but and there's no. Do you see as mole people or no?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
At the beginning of the movie, they do basically a montage of how the Fantastic Four came to be. These 4 astronauts that go into space. They got shot with powers, and then they come back to Earth and how they became heroes on Earth. Like they talk about some of their former enemies who they defeated.
And what year does this take place in?
This is say the year.
I
The 60s. It's the 60s, but this is
okay. So it does
Yeah.
take place in the 60s. It's just like a futuristic version of the
Oh.
60s.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I'm just kind of like curious. Like, so the movie is more like focused on Galactus
Yeah.
and like what like yeah. So what is the whole like?
Oh. The story? Galactus Galactus wants Franklin Richards because in the movie, when Sue announced she's pregnant, and you know how the Fantastic Four have powers, right? They all have powers. So Reed
Right.
Richards wants tests on Sue Storm, right? To see if
Mhm.
the child has powers, and all the tests failed. Nothing came up, right? He wants tons of tests. Doesn't seem like the child has powers. So they confront
Right.
Galactus in a ship in outer space, and Galactus managed to have his own scanner, right, to scan the beings that are coming in, which is the beings of the Fantastic Four. And obviously, Sue's pregnant at the time with Franklin.
Mm.
He scans Sue, and the baby's there, right? And then
Right.
when they finally confront Galactus face to face, he asks Galactus, "What do you want? What do you want?" And he says, "I want the child. I want the child you bear." And like he doesn't have any powers. It's like, and it's like what? And Reed is like, he doesn't have. Reed is like, he doesn't have any powers. He doesn't have any abilities. He's not willing to give up his child, right?
Right.
So as they decide to reject the offer from Galactus, they're being chased by Silver Surfer, and they have to go back to their ship and go back to Earth. As they're being chased by
Mhm.
Silver Surfer, Sue goes into labor. Okay,
Mm.
and she
Okay.
gives birth. She gives birth to Franklin on the ship. So they get back to Earth, right? Back to Earth. Things are not going well because as they get back to Earth, they have a ready to press conference, right? They're very famous. They already have a publicist, a manager. They go on shows. They have their own show. They have merchandise and shit, right?
Mhm.
Merchandise. They have merchandise and all of that. So they're very famous, right? But as they come back, they
Okay.
have kind of a press conference waiting for them, and they ask him, what did Galactus want? You saw that clip. You saw that clip.
Mhm.
And he asked, he wanted our son, right? Right? And then and the one reporters asked him, "Are we safe?" And he saw how he looked. I don't know. And that's when the people started to turn on him because they want to be they want to turn on him because they want to
Now,
live
what's
too.
up, TJ?
What's up, TJ? They want to
Hold
live
up.
too.
Did you see the movie?
Yeah, he saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also when Franklin was born, Reed Richards decided one test on the baby Franklin, right? Because
Right.
Galactus always thought there's powers from Franklin. Still nothing. And obviously, the thing is, it would make sense why his tests would be negative compared to Galactus, because Galactus is more of an ancient being and more
Mhm.
technology advanced, right?
Okay.
Hey TJ, what's up, man? You saw the movie. I know you did. You just said you did.
Yeah.
What did you think?
It also looks like Franklin was hiding his powers. Like
Almost
he's
like,
more
yeah.
good than he seems, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't really show it to the end.
Oh, so you do see his powers at the ending of the movie?
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
well-
didn't see the movie TJ yet. That's fine.
That's because
I'm asking a question.
yeah, you don't care about spoilers. That's because Sue Storm dies.
Oh, she dies at the ending, but then she gets revived by him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. The tomb. Yeah.
Yeah, she gets worn out from, pushing Galactus through the portal.
Yeah, through the
Right.
portal.
So they in other words they push Galactus into like somewhere else in the
Somewhere
universe.
else in the universe. Yeah. Yeah.
And what is the explanation of the Silver Surfer?
Oh, it's this, her planet was marked for death. If she had a child, her planet was marked for death, and willing to spare her planet, Galactus offered her to become the herald for Galactus and to spare her, so he could spare her, right? So that's how to spare her planet, right? She's willing to sacrifice herself to become the herald for Galactus, for her planet to live on. But I think Galactus destroyed it anyway, if I'm correct. I don't remember.
So they just there's no like significance whatsoever of a female Silver Surfer.
Not really. I mean, it was obvious.
She's just similar to Norrin Red.
Yeah.
There's no mention of Norrin Red. She's just, she has just the same story.
She has a child. She does have a
Right.
child.
Yeah.
They show her from her plant in there. She looks another Silver Surfer film. I know this is a reshot. This is a reshoot scene, I believe, because I remember this year we were talking about a reshoot scene with the Silver Surfer actress on the beach. So I think they
Right.
showed that scene in the movie and she was with the child, and they look human, even though they're alien, but they look human. I think she was a scientist or something, right, TJ?
But Norrin Rod
Yeah.
looks human.
Yeah.
Yeah, his.
Yeah,
I don't know
Johnny.
what his species is called, but they look human.
Okay, planets. Yeah, Johnny guilt her trip up for other planets. Yeah, so like.
So,
Humane
in other
Luke.
words, this is just like she's just their stand-in Silver Surfer, and like what happens to her at the ending of the movie.
Oh, she when she sacrificed herself because she helps. Because
Oh, she does die.
When Galactus, she doesn't. I don't know if she dies. I think she goes in the portal. When
Oh,
when
okay.
Galactus gets into the portal, right? You think everything's gone solved, right? But the thing is, there's a timer, right? There's a timer. Like there's like 30 seconds, right? So Galactus gets into the portal, but the timer hasn't stopped and the portal hasn't closed. So Galactus tries to manage to escape. You know, he thinks he's escaping, right? He's gonna escape the
Mhm.
portal, get back into Earth, right? Back into New York. So Johnny Storm decides, you know what? He decides he wants to sacrifice himself, right? So he can make sure he gets back in the portal and the portal closes. So as he was charging Galactus, right? Silver out of nowhere knocks Johnny Storm to the side and sacrifices herself instead, and knocks
Right.
Galactus into the portal, and then the timer expires and the portal closes, where Galactus is another part of the universe, and I assume Silver Surfer will be another part of the universe too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Right,
yeah. So the
TJ?
movie doesn't. Yeah. So there's no real setup for anything, right? Besides
No,
the post
no,
credit scene.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The theories I had about Thunderbolts post credit scene were the Fantastic Four, where I said they look like they lose against Galactus. That's not true. Proven untrue.
Yeah. Not. Yeah. Was there
It
anything
seems
else?
they're going to the main universe because there's a coming danger in the main
Right.
universe. That's
Was
what
there
it seems
anything
like.
that stood out
Um,
to you? That
Not
you thought was
really.
interesting?
not
Or
really.
TJ?
No, not really.
Mm, okay.
Yes,
So it was just a good movie. What
Yeah.
did
it was really good.
what
With
would
heavy
you
focus
say?
on the Fantastic Four. It's crazy because, like, if you compare
Right.
it to Superman, right? Superman is almost the opposite, where it's more focused on the universe than Superman himself. While in
Yeah.
this one, they're more focused on the Fantastic Four than anything else.
Okay, that's
So
pretty
And
turned
interesting.
off.
At least.
yeah, Superman is heavy on the like comedy
other
and stuff, but
characters,
this one is
yeah.
like
Well,
lots of dramatic moments in it, like
we
high
know-
stakes.
Oh, okay.
Anthony, you know he's 4
They
years old.
said that
in
he's
mid-credit
gonna
scene,
be
'cause
like
that's
a
4 years later.
teenager because they're trying to cast a teenager or someone who's like
Well, in the
most
mid-credit
slightly
scene, it's
older.
4 years. It's 4 years later since the main Fantastic Four. He's like he's a 4 years old kid in the mid-credit scene. You know how Thunderbolts kind of did a bit of time jump? That's what they're doing in Fantastic Four 4 years later.
I do wonder. Obviously,
I don't know
didn't
about the
see them-
sister because
I don't think they're doing the sister. I mean,
Yeah,
What?
she
Is this
isn't
a-
the thing.
no,
what's
Franklin.
the sister's
Franklin
name?
from the Multiverse Saga is
Val?
Gordon.
What's her name?
She's-
Is it
Valerie,
was this Valerie? Okay.
Valerie, or Valeria, or something like Valerie. Yeah,
Yeah, I always when I see
it's
it,
funny. I think
I just say
it's
Val
funny
'cause
because
I don't remember.
wasn't she based off Doctor Doom's mother? Like, the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom have a complicated relationship. They're sometimes enemies or they're sometimes allies in the comics.
Well,
like-
I mean, this is the thing. Doctor Doom just absolutely despises Reed Richards, right? But at the same time, he's still
Yeah.
like not like a yeah.
Uh,
I mean, he this is the thing. He is a supervillain, right? But at times, he really doesn't really act like one. Like he obviously tries to strive for better things. It's just
He's
that
like
he's
Magneto a
just
little
too much. No, not really. Magneto really
But
just doesn't. Magneto doesn't like humans at all, right? Like Doctor Doom does want to help humanity, but I mean, his
He just
ego
feels
just
his
gets in the
fascist
way.
reasons.
He just really hates
He-
Reed Richards. Yeah.
He thinks helping humanity. He wants to help humanity, but he uses fascism to do it. Right? He needs to be in control.
No,
right?
no,
Like,
not even really. No, I mean like even in this new like event that's been going on where it's like one world under Doom, like he's not like he actually he helps like
People
every
actually
much.
like him.
Yeah, people
Crazy
actually like
about
him and stuff. Yeah, it's just that obviously he doesn't like the Fantastic Four. I mean, I'll give you another example too. Like in the new Fantastic Four run by it's the same writer who's writing the World Under Doom.
Oh
There's
yeah.
like in the first couple of issues, you learn that there's like a entire town that is like Doombots that were like I guess self-produced. Because Doctor Doom met this woman in college, and I guess the woman was dying of something, and he
Yeah.
created the a Doom pot to protect her, and basically it was like protected her all the way up until her death, and it created this like illusion for her. So like Doctor Doom's not like a total piece of shit. Like he's not like
No,
a total scumbag. Yeah,
Read
he's
books
not
of
Red.
Doom.
He's
yeah,
not
He's
Red.
very
He's not like
complex.
he's not
yeah.
Red Skull. He's not Red Skull.
No, he's not. He's not like any of the. That's why I say he's not like Magneto. Like Magneto definitely does not like humanity. He has no like.
But he has. But he's kind of easing up on his
It's just that
genocidal ways.
he's like more like you can understand why he believes that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but
that's really it. It's like
but they
he
made in the comics. They definitely made Magneto more. They made him more. They eased him up a bit in the comics, right? Like
not even necessarily. It's just that he's more sympathetic. That's really it. Like
yeah,
and Magneto is a anti-villain. Is an anti-villain. Like he's someone who is more sympathetic. But at the same time, he just does nefarious things. And but the thing is, you're like, you kind of like are okay, not necessarily okay with it, but like you understand more so where he's coming from,
So
and
Charles
sometimes
Xavier
it's
tolerates him,
justified.
you know.
Yeah.
and I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
that's why I wouldn't say like in the beginning, like if you read like the old like Jack Kirby, Stan Lee. Actually, who was the artist of X-Men? Wasn't it Jack Kirby? I'm blanking.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Jack Kirby.
Yeah,
I mean-
okay. But like in the with Cyclops and like Jean Grey, like the first like students,
Yep, with Beast before
Yeah.
he became Blue.
like Magneto was just a straight up supervillain. Like
Yeah,
there's
he
no
was,
real
he was,
nuances or anything like that. That's why everybody in the chat yesterday, they kept talking about the civil rights movement. That idea came much later. Like that was like really around like Chris Claremont started putting
Yes.
that ideas in there, and then even still there, it wasn't like fully there. Like I really think it was more like when it fully came to fruition was like the movies and put that idea out there, and then people was like, oh yeah, if you go back and you read the comics, it reads like that, but that wasn't really in the intentions. And then on top of that too, it makes it more blurry because when people would ask Stan Lee if this was a metaphor for the civil rights movement, of course he would say yes, it was. So it's like Stan Lee would just
Free
latch on to
advertisement
anything.
for him.
She
Yeah.
Jester Bell says it's a metaphor for teenagers.
It's a metaphor for just
There he
being
is,
an
you can see it.
outsider.
Exactly, an outsider. I mean, like, yeah, but it's just more than it's a broad. It's more broad than just teenagers.
Yeah, I mean, outsiders, like, it definitely works with the civil rights movement for sure. For sure. I think that's like, in retrospect, when you look back, you're like, you could see similarities, but again, like, Magneto originally was just a straight up villain. I mean, his whole group is called the Brotherhood of Evil. You know what I
Evil
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? It's not
Straight
nuanced at all. Straight up, yeah, it's
Doctor
straight
Doom,
up. Yeah.
Doctor Doom. I believe when he took over Latveria, he overthrew another fascist at the time, right? Because Latveria was always a fascist country, I believe. There was another fascist time, I believe, with his mother involved. I mean, he's also connected to Mephisto. They think Mephisto, if I remember, had like the soul of his mother. I don't know what's gonna
Yeah,
play
well,
out.
she died and she's in hell, right? And so that's why, like, he wants to
Yeah,
he wants to learn pretty much anything he can to go and save her and stuff.
She was into witchcraft too.
Yeah.
he followed
I mean, there's
her.
even like a team up book with him and Doctor Strange.
and I
that's, like,
believe
involved with
you know
all
how
that
they say
stuff.
you know they say Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are Romy. I think Doctor Doom is too.
Yeah, yeah, he is. He is.
Romani, yes.
from this-
Yeah,
Yeah, Romani, yeah.
Right, right, and then he's interested in science and magic, right? To do anything, right? To become
Yeah.
all powerful. So yeah, one of his motivations is to get his mother from Mephisto and stuff like that, to save his mother. Because I think it's because he like Magneto. Like Magneto, his motivation is kind of through pain, I guess. Like now, right?
Mhm.
Same with Doom, right?
Well, Doom is more like he wants to make the world better, and he knows best. That's why it's like he has like
arrogant.
a massive ego problem. Yeah. Well, Magneto is more like I don't want humans to exist because we can't coexist with them. It's
Yeah.
impossible. So that's why I say they're not really like that similar. I wouldn't say they're similar characters.
No, they're not. I mean, the thing is, they both would be victims of Red Skull, because Red Skull was a Nazi, and Nazis did not like Romies either.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They
wouldn't get along.
We would team up against the Red Skull, against Hydra.
I mean,
Yes.
in the world, like, because I'm still waiting for the trade for that, and I only read like the first issue,
yeah,
and there was like this whole thing where Doom hypnotized Baron Zemo, and like people actually thought Baron Zemo was working for Doom, and it was kind of like, well, you guys are stupid because Doom doesn't like Hydra,
no,
so
No.
it turned out no, he hypnotized him and was just using him as like a pawn, and he was just like, nah, I didn't really give a shit about this guy, I just wanted to fuck with him.
yeah, well, yeah, I'd be like, that's the one thing.
Which is funny because I feel like Baron Zemo is kind of similar to Doctor Doom in some ways. Like him wanting to actually be more like heroic, but it's just that, he's a piece of shit, so it's not really gonna work out. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I'm Baron Zemo. I do feel like they should use that character more because he is kind of interesting.
Yeah. Earth minus animation. The thing is with this, right? Frankenstein's have a big role in the Avengers movies, and it plays into the idea of this reset or reboot. Kevin Feige says this is not where they're not gonna start from scratch, man. They're not gonna start from scratch. What I think he means is, after Secret Wars, everybody's gonna be in the same universe.
But it's gonna be like what happened in the comics. They just pick and choose what they want to be part of continuity.
Yeah.
Exactly. Fantastic
Like the
Four.
DCU.
Yeah, DCU. Like Fantastic Four, X-Men, they're going to all be in the same universe as the Avengers characters. That's the plan. That's it. That's what Secret Wars is about, right? One universe, and then and Reed Richards just try to figure a way to restore the multiverses, right? If they wanted to do that, go in that direction. But that's the idea, right? And then that's. I don't think Jessica Bell thinks that. I mean, I could clearly, when I dissected her on that, that's definitely not what she thinks. She thinks they're actually like resetting, starting from scratch after Secret Wars. Doing that.
No, I mean the only thing will be a reset is that the Fantastic Four and the X-Men will have always existed in the Marvel universe. That's really it.
Oh yeah, and of course you're gonna have they're gonna do Captain America and Iron Man. They're gonna have different actors. I mean, comic books do it all the time. Right?
I'm glad that they came out and said that because that wasn't like a few years ago. Remember, people were trying to push this idea like they didn't need to recast and Robert Downey Jr. was the only person who can play Iron Man. Well, and we all said at the time that was dumb. Yeah, we said we used to get heat for even saying that, and now look, he's coming out and literally saying what we said like 3 years ago.
No, you don't. If someone wants to give you a membership, either somebody gives you a membership, or you sign,
or you buy one.
The thing is, people are saying Marvel Studio is a freaking studio. Okay, it's a studio.
Yeah, but I think they realize now it's like you can't have like we said that because this was their whole argument back then was that Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, and this was because of what happened with Chadwick Boseman, right? But then that bled over to other characters. Where all of a sudden now they're like, oh, Ironheart is going to replace Iron Man. And you're like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even matter if the character was a white man or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Replacing this with a new character, that's not the appeal of Marvel Comics or DC Comics. People want Tony Stark.
John Cavill makes that point. John Cavill makes that point all the time. Okay, with the characters, especially comic book characters, Marvel, DC. Mm-hmm. The actor, the actor may personify them on big screen, but they're always replaceable. Those characters are always replaceable.
They should be. It's not an offense to the actor. When they show a lineup of who played these actors, they're all going to be recognized, right? It's not like they're going to be forgotten.
I'm not. Marvel is a studio itself. It's a studio with itself. It's not. They're not gonna like after when they officially. Oh, MCU is done, guys. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is done. It's time to close up shop. Let's close down Marvel Studios. That's not gonna happen,
No,
right?
it's
a
not gonna happen.
studio, so that's why they're gonna reboot these characters. Obviously, they're rebooting the X-Men. You think the X-Men and Avengers Doomsday are the X-Men going forward?
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that that was like insanely stupid. People used to say stuff like that, and
No actor is bigger than the character. Sorry.
yeah, and we knew that they were gonna recast T'Challa, and I remember there was like some stupid interviewer who was like, if Chadwick Boseman didn't die, it would make sense for T'Challa to die in the second movie. And you're like, what? Like, are you stupid? Like, what? That makes no fucking sense.
Why would
you
they do that?
Like,
if he was still alive, they would kill him in the second movie. Why?
No, yeah, it's just it feels abrupt for a second movie. I mean, I didn't think the movie was all that bad. I think it does have flaws, but it's definitely. I think now that we've seen all the Phase 5 movies, I think that movie did kind of get shit on a little too much.
I think
it's not as bad as a lot of
that
other
was
stuff.
that was the last Phase 4 movie, Blinded.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't think it was Robert Pattinson as T'Challa. Well, you should see what they're doing right now with who's writing it. This what's his name? Christopher Priest has this new Black Panther like miniseries. I gotta admit, it's kind of convoluted. I'm not really like. I'm like, this shit's kind of weird. Like that T'Challa had this adopted white son, and it's weird as fuck, man. And what's his name? The white son is the son of what's his name? Everett Ross. And you're like,
Everett Ross, not Morgan, Martin Freeman's character.
Yeah. I mean, if you go and read that book, I don't really recommend the book, but because you gotta read Christopher Priest's Black Panther run too. I don't know. I feel like Black Panther. Like, I wish Black Panther had like a good run right now because I don't like the Ultimate Black Panther. I think it kind of fell off. It has some cool ideas, but it's like, So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, is it?
He banged a white woman.
If people are gonna have issues, if people are gonna have issues if they recast T'Challa and he does bang a white woman in the MCU, are people gonna have issues with that?
They ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna do that though. No. I'm sure people would have 100% issues with that, even though like it's not that big of a deal. Like, who really cares?
I mean, Luke Cage banged Jessica Jones.
Yeah, but it's different. It's different.
All the Zeros freaked out about that. I remember.
Yeah,
but that was in the comics. Luke Cage and Jessica Jones was in the comics before this.
But Black Panther is like a touchy issue, I guess, with some people for whatever reason.
I know.
They'll give her Storm. If they actually make the full merger and everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be Storm for sure. I mean, the love interest that he has in the movie, she's a villain. She's not even really, you know what I mean? Like,
is that Nakia? Is that her name, Nakia?
Yep.
But you know how Marvel.
That's also part of that miniseries, by the way.
Oh, the animation?
Why is Minecraft
the animation? You know they moved it up, right? Like a week.
What was it? Yes, I did.
You know they moved Eyes of Wakanda a week.
Yes. I guess they just want to get it out
next
there.
Week or so.
What is it?
They don't do a good job with promoting animation, Marvel.
Nah, they just set the shit out.
They don't do a good job with promoting.
I'll watch it. I'm not like super enthusiastic about it. Because like I feel like the more interesting parts of like that I want to see them do with Wakanda, like I don't know if we'll ever get that in the MCU. It might be a little too much. Like the whole the Galactic Empire. I want to see that because it's interesting, but that also involves some like time travel shenanigans, which I don't know. I mean, they could streamline it. I would wish they would streamline it, but I think it could be interesting.
I wonder what is going to be the next for the next movie. Oh, Black Panther 3. You mean right?
Yeah, I
Denzel
have no clue.
Washington Denzel Washington is supposed to be playing a villain.
Yeah, I don't know what villain though. Who knows?
Let me see some Black Panther villains. They have not been used. Killmonger. I know
They haven't
Baku is
been
a
used a
villain.
lot. Yeah, I mean,
Baku's a
Baku
villain.
is not going to be a villain though.
No. 13 most iconic Black Panther villains. You got American Panther. I don't think it's gonna be American Panther. It could be Reverend Botchby, Jakara, Craven. I mean, that's not gonna be Craven.
No, they're not going to do that.
Wouldn't that be nice if they actually crossed over?
Yeah, it would be nice. I mean,
Claw's
in hindsight,
gone. Claw's
they should have had.
They kind of used
Claw's
most of
dead. Well, Claw is dead, but he could come
At least
back.
his claw's dead. Yeah.
He could technically come back, right? So, because of his whole like, he's like, what is Claw? Isn't he like some type of android? Like, what was
Cyborg.
anybody
Yeah.
know? Yeah, cyborg.
Not in the MCU.
No, yeah, I know.
Not in the
Obviously, not in the
MCU.
MCU, but like in the comics, he's not a. Like when you see him, he's not a human. He doesn't look like what he did in the MCU. That's what I mean. I just don't know much about the character. I know he crosses over with a ton of characters though. Like he had Daredevil fighting him one time. Like, but yeah.
Okay. I think it could be. I think it might be. Who?
Oh, another question. Did they reference the negative zone in this movie or no?
No.
That's not like ever. No.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Claw was wasted because he was going to. Yeah, Claw was just. It's a very big. I mean, Claw was just human in the MCU. He was still like it was still like a weapons trader or something, right? Like he traded weapons and stuff,
Yeah.
or like right? He did get his arm chopped from Ultron, but I remember that. But I don't know, like yeah, Denzel Washington is supposedly playing the villain in Black Panther 3. That's the rumor. Like Black Panther 3, I mean, it hasn't officially been confirmed yet. I'm surprised. What I realized when I was looking at the Kevin Feige interviews, there was no Black Panther 3 mentioned in it.
No, I think that might be ways off.
Yeah.
Because that might be like what, 2028, maybe like. Well, I mean, X-Men is 2028, right?
He didn't specifically say. He just said they have a director, and they're starting writing on it right now.
Because yeah, that movie is ways off. Like, there's gonna be a few years where we don't get a lot of Marvel movies, which I don't necessarily.
2027 we only have one. Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Next year we only have two.
And yeah, we only have 2 next year.
Yeah, there's 3 in the next 2 years. That's it.
I do hope they kind of like fast track a Fantastic Four sequel, but Marvel like takes their time with sequels. It's kind of annoying, to be honest.
Yeah, it
Like,
takes
they
4 or
should-
5 years now.
Yeah.
They waste time making, Disney Plus stuff.
Yeah.
It's like they're
I mean, that's
dedicating
also,
more to that than movies.
Vision's
yeah,
Quest is coming out
next year.
next year, but before Avengers Doomsday. Like it's gonna be the second half of 2026.
Okay.
Yeah, because Daredevil is gonna be. There's 2 Disney Plus shows live action. Daredevil season 2 and Vision's Quest. Daredevil's coming out first.
Yeah, I still think they should release the Punisher special, like actually turn it into a movie and release it in theaters, but I think they're just going to keep it.
Yeah, the Punisher special. Yeah, I don't know when that's going to supposedly come out. I don't know if it's before Brand New
I
Day
think
or
they
after.
said October.
Also after.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Feige talked about Punisher and Brandon Lee. He's even mentioned, yeah, we obviously can't do some things. We can't do things like we did with the Daredevil. He mentioned like you have to tone down the Punisher a bit, basically. And
Which I mean, no one is like. I mean, who is really opposed to that? You know what I mean? Like the character
It's really
debuted in
bizarre. So
Spider-Man.
only Deadpool can get away with being violent in this case, like in the MCU's case.
Well,
That's crazy.
Deadpool, but Deadpool hasn't crossed over with the PG-13 character yet.
I don't even think Deadpool's safe.
Yeah, I mean, they're not like if Deadpool appears in an Avengers movie, there's no way it's going to be they're gonna make the movie rated R
No.
to adjust for the character. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I don't really expect them to like, oh yeah, Spider-Man is now rated R because the Punisher's in it. I mean, I don't really see.
You really want to
the point of that.
alienate want to alienate young fans, and I'm not talking about teenagers. Even though teenagers have to be 18 to see it, but I'm talking about like kids. Like,
well, yeah, it would limit the appeal of the movie, right?
You know how last year there
me,
Degrassi, and some others like made fun of these Deadpool daddies. Can you imagine Spider-Man's rated R? It'd be millions times worse.
But I do think I do think Spider-Man will have to eventually have some type of team up movie with Deadpool.
I mean,
I feel like that has to happen at this point now. So why wouldn't it? It would make a ton of money. I don't think Sony really cares that much. Like, what if one Spider-Man movie's rated R? I mean, it makes sense if it's with Deadpool.
They're always crossing over with each other anyway. They almost have the same personality.
Yeah, I mean, I am curious to see how they would do it.
I like to see Spider-Man cross over with the X-Men.
I'm never
Wolverine. Because I feel like Spider-Man and Wolverine always had a good relationship with each other.
It's cool, but it's not like, I don't know. It feels weird when you see Spider-Man with the X-Men. It's just like,
It's only tangentially connected to them because he keeps fighting Juggernaut, but that's about it.
Yeah, Juggernaut.
I mean, they did do a Spider-Man and X-Men comic where he was like part of the school and stuff, but it just was like weird. It just like, I don't know, it just doesn't really fit. The Deadpool and Spider-Man dynamic is more interesting though. And it would be nice if maybe they're not going to do this, but I like the Ultimate Deadpool where he's like a villain. Like if he started off with them fighting, it would be kind of interesting.
They should fight.
Not like Wolverine and Deadpool though. Like, you know what I mean? Like actual be like, I don't know, a mercenary that Spider-Man has to take down initially.
Fantastic Four Spider-Man team. Yeah, we kind of need a Fantastic Four Spider-Man team. Well, I do hope.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, that one makes more sense.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. The thing is, you can you can do a lot of team ups with Spider-Man in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
He just fits with a lot of characters, right? I mean, he did fit with Iron Man for sure. He did fit. I mean, I think he does fit with Hulk, Bruce Banner, because very similar. They're scientific.
Both scientists.
Yeah. And I do think he fits with Fantastic Four, especially Reed Richards, and he's good friends with Johnny Storm. There's definitely there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Spider-Man is very versatile in that way.
Yeah. I mean, it's really just gonna depend on Sony, right? That's really the only restriction.
Well, Sony is smart, and when it makes money, they would do this, right? They would.
I do think so. In the movie, they like Fantastic Four. They're the only heroes in their universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really technically know, but they made it clear like they are.
Because it would have been nice if there was like some Easter eggs or like references.
Oh, they reference to all their villains too. Villains not even seen. The Wizard. Matt. Who else?
Oh, the Wizard is mentioned.
The Wizard is mentioned, not in it.
Yeah,
okay, that's cool.
Yeah, Puppet
Master. Richard's just saying like there's a turf war between all the other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Puppet Master, and there's a third one. They I forget who.
Oh, Puppet Master.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the purple dragon name? What's his name? I
don't know. I forget.
TJ, do you know who I'm talking about? The purple dragon?
Not wordplay, man. Not Wizard of Wordplay, Red.
I keep blanking on that character's name.
I don't know either.
Because the one character I do want to see, they'll probably never do this, is Impossible Man. I think it would be funny as hell. Like, I mean, most people talk about imps from like DC, but Impossible Man would be pretty funny to see in a movie.
Yeah, he's actually mixed as Sputnik, like in canon.
Oh wait, they actually made that a thing? I didn't even know that.
In the comics, yeah.
In the comics, not in the movie.
Oh shit! No, obviously I'm not saying in the movies.
That'd be hilarious.
I didn't. So like he's in the Marvel universe. He's Mr. Impossible, and then
Yeah, it's like he picks the form of Mr. Impossible when he goes to Marvel.
See, I did not know that. I did not know that. Now my tweet that makes it even more funnier.
I'm just...
Yeah, that would be. Oh, where did I die? The fuck? Sorry.
That's okay. Don't blow.
Oh, over here I died. I need to get back my shit.
See a She-Hulk Fantastic Four team up would have been nice, but
Yeah, that would be.
only there was a decent She-Hulk.
I think
Oh,
they
yeah.
could still save She-Hulk.
Uh-oh, Blinded. Still there? What happened? TJ, what happened to Blinded?
I think we lost it.
Matt Thinker. Oh, yeah. They
Matt
just showed me.
Thinker was the third one.
That
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
StreamYard.
Diablo. Yeah. Diablo mentioned.
Diablo, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, the
Like,
Mad Thinker.
This is funny because
Dragon Man? Is it Dragon Man?
it feels like all the
I
Fantastic
really
Four
feel like it's
villains
not.
all the Fantastic Four villains are established. Do they have enough villains for a sequel?
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Annihilus.
Nihilus? Oh, yeah.
Annihilus seems like that's probably going to be the villain of like the sequel.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. One villain.
No, I think there's probably another. I mean, Annihilus is the one who just has.
No.
I mean, if we're going to compare it to Galactus, Annihilus is,
Well,
I feel, comparable.
he's-
And maybe not in terms of like most people know Galactus, right?
some of these villains are in jail anyway, so in a sequel they can still come back technically in a sequel. They're not dead, right?
Yeah,
So,
but if you're saying this movie didn't explore the negative zone, then I mean, yeah,
no, it didn't.
then yeah, you could do that in a sequel. It seems like
Remember,
something you wanted in a sequel.
it's like rumors before Galactus was covering the villain. Oh yeah, the scoopers are saying Nihilus is gonna be the villain. Remember that?
Say that again.
Remember the scoopers were saying Nihilus was gonna be the villain
Of what? Of this
of
movie?
Fantastic Four.
Oh, I didn't even remember that.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised because they are actually trying to push Annihilus in the video games, right?
Yeah, I mean they've been pushing Annihilus pretty hard too. In the comics recently. So I mean,
And
I
the
wouldn't
signs
be
are there.
surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember. This is an old ass rumor. Because of Infinity War and Thanos winning, people didn't think Thanos would have been the villain of the next movie. So a lot of people assumed it was Annihilus because it just kind of
No, it's always
that was like a
Thanos.
theory that people. Yeah, but that was people's assumptions that they wouldn't do Thanos for another movie essentially. They would just move
The
on.
problem is, I don't know if they could have used Nihilus at the time.
No,
Anyways, 'cause he's a
I think there was like some split rights in that situation, but yeah,
Oh.
I mean, yeah, there were some characters they had again like split rights, so that it's not like Marvel could use it because that character wasn't predominantly associated with the X-Men or Fantastic Four, or like Daredevil because they used to own Daredevil, right? So.
Mhm.
Yeah, because Annihilus, I mean, yeah, he's a Fantastic Four villain, but Annihilation is an event that doesn't really have much to do with the Fantastic Four. Like it's all completely cosmic characters, Guardians of the Galaxy. So,
No.
if they want to do that route, they could do something like that.
Skulls.
But again, I mean, but they haven't set up.
Then
And we don't
humans.
know.
Oh God, the Inhumans. That was a
The Inhumans could be another
The
thing
humans
that they could do in Fantastic Four.
the humans were supposed to be introduced in the MCU, but they decided, you know what, it's making part of Agents of Shield instead, right? Like,
They were trying to
I
push
think-
them as
I
a
think
replacement for
yeah.
mutants. Remember?
For X-Men, yeah.
yeah,
But that completely failed.
yeah.
I mean, now that they've moved on and stuff, I mean, some of the
Yeah,
idea
There's
there
a
were
chance. Yeah.
there wasn't a concept art for Inhumans made by Marvel Studios, but there was uh, a drawing or some cover that someone did that was like MCU esque, and it was like I
and
feel
that's
like there was a they kind of did miss out by not making an Inhumans movie. I feel like that was kind of like
oh man,
they should have done. They should have just waited.
Yeah.
the show might be the
Because think
worst
about it like this,
Marvel
that would have came out at the end of phase 3 or in between Infinity
When
War and Endgame,
when did the show come out? Like 2018.
2017.
Oh fuck!
Way
that's
back
like
in
at
the
Yeah,
that's the end of phase 2 and the beginning of like phase 3, right? Around there, or maybe during phase 3.
no, phase 3. It was in the middle of phase 3.
That was a horrible show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god, they
I mean,
pushed
you know what the
it.
sad part is? Like, say what you will about Multiverse of Madness, but Black Bolt there looked fire. God damn.
I don't
Yeah.
even hate Multiverse of Madness. I mean, the story's kind of whatever, but
No,
it's kind of like enjoyable to watch. I like the visuals and stuff.
there is
Yeah.
the thing about Multiverse of
Sam
Madness.
Raimi.
Yeah,
The thing is, the Multiverse of Madness is a little bit rushed, right? There's a little bit of
no,
rush. in
for
it.
sure. I mean, the movie has a lot of problems, but I don't know. I'm kind of like, if they do make another Doctor Strange movie, I do hope they don't involve him with the multiverse stuff because that wasn't really the appeal of the character to begin with. So it's just kind of strange that they were like, well, let's put him in here because what they were making the Spider-Man movie and they just felt like it made sense.
Remember.
Like I don't know.
Doctor Strange is supposed to come up before Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I'm not like looking back on it. It was like, why did you turn this movie into a multiverse movie?
Well, that was the creative difference with the original director. That's why you left. It was supposed to be a
Yeah, I
standalone
didn't-
show.
Like when you go back and you look, you're like Doctor Strange could have made a lot of, you could have had a lot of different movies with Doctor Strange, and I feel like
the first movie, like the psychedelic shit. That's what they should have leaned into.
yeah, but I mean even his villains, like his villains are interesting. You can do a ton of stuff with them, but then it's like, yeah, they did this multiverse shit, and then he's never appeared again.
Yeah.
They had the
They
original
have
script
too many
Nightmare.
characters.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
And then they butchered the villain Wanda after
I don't even mind Wanda being a villain. It just doesn't make a lot of sense given what we just saw in WandaVision.
It's
That was
second
really
movie. Like maybe third movie, fourth movie, right?
Yeah.
they were kind of eager. They're like, oh, we have to do evil Wanda, and they kind of they shit the bed. That was really it.
And the problem I have that she was a villain in the beginning MCU and they made her a villain again. I don't like that.
Well, she is, but that's the thing. That's kind of her character. Like her character does flip flop around. So
Yeah.
I'm like in other words, what they really wanted was the whole House of M story,
But how many
right? Or they could have done. There's tons.
many-
I'm telling you, there's tons of stories where Wanda really just goes off the deep end. You know what
I
I
know.
mean? Like, so
But how many times can you be redeemed? Like over and over, like,
the thing is, she's not really supposed to be a redeemable character, though. Like,
Well,
she's on the Avengers, yes, but I mean, some of the stuff that she does, like,
Yeah.
I mean, she has manipulated Avengers to thinking that they've killed each other. So it's like, I mean, I don't think she's a redeemable character. And on top of that, too, if things were to be sorted out, her father is Magneto. So you know what I mean, like.
well,
Yeah,
The
like I
reason
said,
you know
if it was sorted out, because
you know
that's
the
already
reason
confusing as shit.
I think believe the reason why they decided not to make Magneto the father of the twins in the comics, specifically for the movie reasons.
It's because of the movies, but
Yeah.
they never. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, right? Because I didn't know this. They never went back and changed it.
No, they never retconned that.
No,
Nope.
they never went. They never. Even though now they have
They
the
left it.
rights, they
Yeah.
just left it as is. So now their parentage is up in the air. Nobody knows
I just
who's
know-
who. Obviously, they're going to change
I
it
just know
eventually.
Elizabeth
But
Olsen thinks Magneto still Wanda's father in the comics, which is not the case.
No, but a lot of people, trust me, there's a lot of people who think it is the case because they've never went back
But the problem,
and changed it.
but the problem in the MCU is we've seen her father. So was she
Yeah.
adopted? I mean, how do you explain that if she ends up being Magneto's father in the MCU? It's gonna just get
Well,
explain.
well, now that it's being rebooted, you could just say that, yeah, they
Yeah.
were adopted.
Yeah. I mean, if you got Magneto, you're gonna have his other child, his other daughter,
Yeah,
Lorna.
Yeah,
Polaris. Yeah.
yeah, of course I mean, they're eventually gonna do all this stuff if they go down the X-Men rabbit hole. I mean, they're not gonna shy away from all that stuff. It's just gonna take time to do, right? You can't just do this right off the bat. It would be too confusing.
I would
This is
have
decades in the works.
if I reboot the X-Men, I would have the X-Men established. I would not do like, oh, we're gonna find Xavier finds Cyclops at the school, or you find Storm here. You know what I mean? Have them established already, and you can find lower like Jubilee or like some other mutants, but not the most random.
I kind of like the idea of like doing what they were trying to set up in the first like Fox reboot of First Class, where it's like you have like seasons or like different years of X-Men, different classes. I like that idea because then it's like, because for you to just jump in, I think like the problem with the Fox X-Men movies is that they don't really get to establish the relationship of the characters, which is the appeal of X-Men.
They're just
like
Wolverine movies.
Yeah, they're just Wolverine movies or whoever is like they need to have as like a secondary main character, and it's like the X-Men has too many characters. That's why I still think.
Yeah.
And I understand why they're going to turn it into a movie, but I really think like the X-Men should be like Disney Plus's like Stranger Things. Like it should be their like premiere TV show. Because like how are you supposed to set up a lot of these relationships in a movie?
Well, that's why Jake
Every
Schreier
season should be an era.
That's why Jake Shire's doing it. Because how he's able to set up a group how he's able to set up the Thunderbolts.
Yeah,
right?
but the Thunderbolts is like what 5 members of a team.
That's
true. So in other words, you're gonna do what everybody's saying them not to do, which is you're gonna focus on either the original X-Men team, or you're gonna just go straight to the giant size X-Men team.
That's different.
Where it's like a different, different countries and stuff.
It's different than the Avengers movies because the Russos don't really need to set up or continue the progression of certain characters in there, right? They have all the other directors in their movies doing that for those characters. And
those characters work as
Spider-Man
standalone.
and T'Challa in there, no problem.
Yeah.
In the Civil War movie.
Like Spider-Man, he developed Spider-Man in his own movie, so the Russos can get them use him in the Avengers movies. They really don't have to do much.
Yeah, but you can't do that with every single X-Men character. No. That's the problem.
Not the X-Men though. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, Wolverine is clearly.
And it seems like they don't even. Which. This is another thing too, because I see this now, and this is mostly on Twitter. Like I swear, like everything on Twitter is like the opposite of real life. Like nobody actually believes some of the shit that they say. Yeah. There is like somebody who posted on Twitter, and it's clearly rage bait, where they're like. What's that fucking why am I blanking on it? Oh my god. They have like in the States the fucking on the cliffside they have the presidents carved out. What the fuck is that called?
Rushmore?
Holy shit. Mount
Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. There we go. Holy shit. So someone has this post where it's like the Mount Rushmore of X-Men characters. And they have Jean Grey, Cyclops, Storm, and I think they put maybe like Rogue, right?
Very basic.
Like, no, that's not basic. That's straight up a straight up lie. Like everybody knows that. Okay, yes, those characters are popular, but Wolverine is the most popular X-Men character.
Wolverine has to be up there.
Normies are concerned, it's Wolverine.
Like they gotta stop lying and stop pretending. Like, oh yeah, like we're gonna just push out Wolverine because we're sick of Wolverine. It's like, no, Wolverine is a popular character. I mean, he's one of the few X-Men who was established before he was on the X-Men, and then on top of that too, he has his own standalone stories, which are more popular than other standalone X-Men characters. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, like, stop kidding yourself, right? Like, it's a straight up lie that these
I
people
mean,
say.
Wolverine is the most. Yeah, he is the most popular X-Men character. I mean,
Yeah,
you could
so it's
argue.
like if you make an X-Men movie
You could argue.
without Wolverine, you know people are gonna say, "Where's Wolverine?" Like
You
that's
could
gonna be
argue.
the biggest criticism of the movie.
You could argue it's the second most Marvel character behind Spider-Man.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
before the Avengers and all this stuff, like the
Spider-Man, Hulk,
Trinity,
Wolverine.
yeah,
Yeah,
Wolverine, exactly. So
exactly.
they would. That's what I'm saying. Like they would be really stupid not to make an X-Men movie with Wolverine.
No, that's ridiculous. They have to put Wolverine. Like,
Yeah, but I don't know, that seems like something that they might actually do though. If they're really stupid, like if they feel like, yeah, Wolverine has like gotten too much of the spotlight. I don't listen. I think what they should. I mean, there's so many different ways you could approach it, right?
too much.
But if you're trying to make this as successful, and another thing too, Bob Iger said that he wants the X-Men to be like the Avengers movies.
Oh, he wants to be a grander scale, like a big, epic
Yeah.
event.
Oh, okay.
And you know
So
what?
that already tells you that it's gonna be
You know what you do? If
something
you're gonna
different.
if you introduce the X-Men in the movies, don't call that movie the X-Men. Call it something
Yes.
else related to mutants, and then when you get to the big epic movie like the Avengers, that's what you call it the
And
X-Men.
that's X-Men. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
right. You build that up, and you don't need to put in Avengers or any other characters from MCU into the X-Men movie. Just right.
No, they're not. No, they don't need to do that. I mean,
Maybe side
maybe a
character
cameo.
references.
Maybe a cameo.
Yeah.
Cameos. Yeah.
Maybe get a couple of them, but not like
Because I mean, people still do want to see that for sure.
like I think to the point. I think we're gonna have. I think it's the idea we're gonna have multiple epic event movies like the Avengers. I think we're gonna have. I think we're gonna get the come. It's gonna come to the end after Secret Wars, and it's gonna be more like mini event movies, like a major X-Men movie. You know, for different saga. You know, Avengers
Mhm.
saga. You know, different saga for like you're gonna have like Midnight Suns. You know what I mean? Like different sagas, right? Not everybody's gonna be part of the same arc.
I don't even
know,
think they need to do sagas for specific. I think
Yeah.
that what they should do is just like it is in the comics. It's like you can make the stuff, right? But they don't always need to be interconnected. Like, and if
Yeah.
you do like an
Yeah.
Avengers movie, then yeah, you could have characters appear and team up, and you don't necessarily need to watch their show or movie, but I mean, if you like the character, then there's that, right? Like they got to stop being like, oh, everything needs to be interconnected, because I feel like that actually has worked against them. You know, they just have too much
It
stuff
has.
now.
Well, the
and
shows,
it's hard to keep up.
the
Like,
shows, the show. I
like,
would.
does
I wanna see the
Marvel
movies
expect
released in
everybody
March.
to read all their comics, every single comic that they publish in a month? That's insane.
Or all the
And we
TV
would all-
shows. Or all the other
Yeah.
movies.
But just the comics alone, like look how much comics they put out within a month.
You see,
No,
all these,
it's
you
a
see these
lot.
actors every time they're. You see these actors always post an issue of a comic. Like, yeah, I'm approved from a role. Yeah, but that's just one issue, man. How many issues have you really read?
No, it's a undertaking. I mean, seriously, it is.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean,
like
they
come
shouldn't
on,
do
like,
that with the movies or the shows. It should be like, you know, should be like
all right,
a dessert. You know, something you
Alright.
have from time to time.
all right, guys. I want to thank you for coming on. We're about 2 hours.
Mhm.
Thank you for coming on for the review and talk about Marvel. I mean, this is good. Thank you, guys. Tomorrow,
No
we're gonna do the
problem.
Peacemaker panel. Peacemaker panel.
Mm.
6:15 my time.
Oh,
Eastern time.
nice.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Oh,
It's
did you hear
gonna.
some of the stuff? Controversy already has started.
What is it?
What's canon and what's not canon?
Okay. Okay.
It's a lot of
Yeah, well,
stupidness. I will say
Spider
it's-
Bros will be seething.
well, I don't think they care that much, but I do think the stuff that he's like considering what's canon and not, it's like Oh boy, we're really gonna do this, huh? This is gonna get really fucking weird.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm doing a live watch along update. I think it's yeah. So it's about an hour long panel, and it is ending Hall H. It's like the main event of Hall H.
Hmm,
Um,
okay.
yeah.
I
But
won't
that's
be there for that, but
you've seen the movie. I know. It's
yeah.
understandable. I'll try to post stuff in the community section, the new community section. Blind, feel free to post stuff there too. You know, anybody feel free to post stuff. I can't keep up with everything, obviously.
Mhm.
We'll try to make it big. We'll make it bigger than all the other communities. We'll be
Mhm.
juggernauts.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
try.
I don't know what I'm gonna do for Sunday. Should I do a detracting video? Who did not like the Fantastic Four movie where I could detract? Anybody know anybody who does not like the Fantastic Four movie?
Not that I know of, no.
Fuck.
I don't think I don't. I mean, even Bell said it was frustrating because she actually liked parts of the movie, but can't admit that she likes the movie.
She likes parts of the movie, but whatever. Damn, because this movie is doing really well. I mean, it's hard to detract somebody who likes the movie.
Mhm.
Fuck. I'll have to find somebody.
But like even some people who like the movie end up having retarded takes. Look at Matt.
That's true.
That always happens.
Grace is like that.
Grace, yeah, Grace did say some stupid things about like you could tell like she didn't know anything about Galactus, but she's trying to save face by like, oh, the Galactus was dumb. I always thought he was dumb. You're like, no, you thought he was dumb because you didn't know anything about the character, and he just looks dumb too. Just say it like that.
Like his motivation or the look of Galactus.
No, the entire premise of Galactus, she just thought it was dumb.
Well, she probably thought it was.
She walked it back. If you watch the review, she's like, I was wrong and stuff.
Yeah, she's a retard like that. Yeah,
she's not. You could tell. This is the thing. Like, you could tell that there's a lot of people who are not Fantastic Four fans, which is fine. But like everybody's like going, "Oh, I'm such a fan of Fantastic Four."
They want to prove it. Yeah, that's a tourist right there. Like
it's okay, man. Like
I'm not
just admit that you don't know. No problem. Like,
I'm not the biggest fan of Fantastic Four. I mean, like, from Marvel, I like Spider-Man, X-Men better. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Fantastic Four, but I do like some of their stories. I'm trying to get more interested in Fantastic Four. I do like Doctor Doom as a villain, right? I'm trying to get more into Fantastic Four. I mean, like I started, right? I'm interested in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like Fantastic Four definitely has. There's. I mean, it's been going on for decades. It was Marvel's longest running comic until they canceled it like 10 years ago. Because all the stupid movie bullshit. But I mean, yeah, it does have its ups and downs. I mean, there's tons and tons of stories with the Fantastic Four. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like they are Marvel's premier team, but it's also like I don't know. They're not everybody's favorite. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
People gravitate to X-Men and Spider-Man more.
They're not very
that's perfectly fine. Yeah. But they are. I do like it for the science, science fiction elements, the cosmic elements. Like those are what made the Fantastic Four interesting and stand out compared to a lot of other superhero comics. So I mean, it does seem like the movie did pull from those elements. So.
Oh, it does. This is very Fantastic Four. Like this is TJ could back me up on this. This movie is. It's from the Fantastic Four from paper, from the comic book to the big screen. It's very Fantastic Four like.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nothing really changes.
You or Jack Kirby, you know.
Yeah.
It looks like a Jack Kirby movie. It's perfect.
Yeah, that's cool.
All I ever wanted.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and so I'll be back Sunday for the detracting stream. I mean, obviously I'll be back tomorrow. Peacemaker. I do say this movie. I think this movie is going to outperform Superman.
See, it's right now it's outperforming it by a little bit. So,
look, when I went to see the movie yesterday, I still saw people going to see Superman. Okay, people still see Superman, but I always said this movie's going to outperform Superman. And based on the reviews, based on the Rotten Tomatoes scores, I still think it's going to beat Superman. I still think it would be
It's a
around.
little bit higher on Rotten Tomatoes than Superman
The thing
for both
is-
the audience and the critic.
Yeah, the thing that this movie can have advantage of is international markets.
Yeah, which that might be a problem.
And it's
that's
already
been a problem.
established, right?
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah. Um,
No, I mean the international market in general this year hasn't been doing super well. So.
no. No, that's true. All right, guys. Like, share, subscribe, comment below.
Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're gonna give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
This sucks.